Vice Chair of the committee, the Chairman of the Middle East and South Asia Subcommittee, a gentleman I believe you know from New York, Mr. Ackerman, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Welcome, Madam Secretary. You make all your New York homies very, very proud. I had to look up for a moment. I thought we were in the Judiciary Committee and had the Attorney General in front of us listening to some of the remarks a moment ago. I don't think we have to lecture you or remind you, besides some of the political prisoners, besides some of the terrorists we have in the prisons, besides some of the miserable people that are intending to do damage to our country, the Constitution of the United States is also a very high-valued target. Let's all do our job and protect it first. Everything else will surely follow. If I could follow up on the chairman's concern, which I think is one that is overwhelming, and it's the issue of Iran. Are we prepared, talking about sanctions? Because as we know, in order for them to be effective, they have to be comprehensive and they have to be complete and they have to be participated in by almost the entire world for it to work. Are we prepared to place sanctions on some of our friends and allies if they don't conform to a sanctions regime, which is, as the chairman says, the preferable default position rather than the unthinkable default position?
Congressman, we believe that we can make a very strong case for exactly the kind of sanctions regime that you and the chairman have referred to. We actually believe that by following the diplomatic path we are on, we gain credibility and influence with a number of nations who would have to participate in order to make the sanctions regime as tight and crippling as we would want it to be. So I think the short answer is it is our expectation that we will be able to put together such a comprehensive sanctions regime in the event we need it. And it is our commitment that we will pursue that if we are either unsuccessful or stonewalled in our other approach.
Thank you. Peace process, Middle East, Israel, Palestinians. The Saudis have indicated that they are trying very hard, which means withholding all of the pledges that they've made for the Palestinian people, unless they have a unity government and unless Abu Mazen places Hamas back in the government yet again. What will be our position? Will we continue to deal with the government of the Palestinian Authority if they include a recognized terrorist organization in their government?
The President's policy, as described in the supplemental, is very clear. We will not deal with nor in any way fund a Palestinian government that includes Hamas unless and until Hamas has renounced violence, recognized Israel, and agreed to follow the previous obligations of the Palestinian Authority. And that is our policy, and that is exactly what is guiding us. But we want to leave open the door that that can happen. I mean, we don't know, Congressman. We're not betting on it, but we put waiver authority in for the President vis-a-vis funding for the Palestinian Authority or any successor government if those conditions are met. Now, from everything we hear, there is no intention on the part of Hamas to meet those conditions. But these are not just American conditions. These are the conditions that were adopted by the Quartet, which consists of the United States, the European Union, the United Nations, and Russia. These are actually the conditions embodied in the Arab Peace Initiative. So in every conversation that I have had with any Arab leader or any European leader, I have made it clear that the United States cannot work with, cannot recognize, cannot in any way fund a government, including any group that did not meet those conditions.
Thank you. In trying to wrest Syria away from the Iranian orbit, would we...
Unless you can arrest him real quickly.
I would just urge you not to pay any deal off with Syria in Lebanese coin.
Agreed completely. We've assured the Lebanese of that.
The time of the gentleman has expired. The gentleman from New Jersey.